He said one thing you don't do, even in business or relationships, if your friends, if your family or friends don't have that skill set, you can't carry them with you. Especially when it comes to business, you can't take them with you if they don't have the skill set.
You know who he told that to? He told that to Mace. He told that to Mace.
Oh, he told that to Mace?
He explained. Mace talks about how he explained to him about how money and what's in success works, and at a certain point, you're going to be moving on from friends. What up, Bill Hill? You're going to be moving on from friends and growing on into another life, and you can't take those friends with you. And that ties into hold on, watch this. And that ties into what you wanted to say, Sarah, about the friendship with Cameron and all those guys.
Yeah, no, that is so powerful. Because last week we talked about the good, the Omar Gooding situation. But then this week, which was a lot of fun. But, now the whole thing about Cameron is there was an issue with Mace. There was an issue, with the guy from Dipset. It's my age. It just lost my mind.
Jim Jones.
Yes. And the issue could be business. Should we be in business with our friends? Because that's where it all seems to crash and burn when we're thinking about just that situation or a lot of our friendships. Should we be doing business with our friends?
Unless they have that skill set. If they don't have the skill set to be in business, you leave them alone until they get it.
They got to have the same mindset. You say you can't pour with the scripture. Simon, you probably know the scripture say you can't pour new wine into old wineskins because the old wineskins are burst. That means you can't pour a new level of spirit into an old situation because you'll destroy it. It can't handle it. It's not equipped.
What about this? At least the same destination. Like, I don't mind joining friends in business if we're moving in the same direction. Okay, this is where we're going. We want to get this TV show sold. Okay, yes, and that ties into what TD Jake said. We have one thing. We have a common goal. You know what I'm saying? So I can get into business. One of the things that I don't like to do with friends, is the money thing.
Yes.
We need to have a clear understanding of what the money is. Here's one of the things that I do, especially when I promote shows with comics. I go, listen, to keep things at bay, let's divide the tickets evenly, understand what our bills are, and we meet in the middle for our bills. Whatever tickets you sell is the tickets you sell, but you must come with this part of the bills. Because what I find that friends do in business is that they don't promote as intense. Remember the word intense that we use with the intensity that I use. And I feel like I put in more into the business and they reap equal benefits. Now I'm feeling used.
Right.
So I want to split it down evenly, and then you go do what you got to do, and then we meet at the middle for our bills.
And that's what I realized when I was working at SOBs back in the day. Is like white bands was intense about promoting because they would sell out the venue, where the black bands was depending on us just to pay them, and they probably wouldn't even do a promotion. They wouldn't even be out there on the street banging that floor. So like you just said, when you spend this dealing with friends, the white band friends, they work together to get it all to packed out SOBs for 300 people. And we even gave them a percentage of the bar because they packed it out before they came in. And that's where everybody moving in the same direction is so important. Everybody moving in the same direction.
Here's something you just brought up. Can we, this is just off the cuff, can we have friends outside of our culture? Like white friends, other friends, blah, blah, blah friends? Yeah? Who said of course?
I said, of course. Yeah, I could. I got friends as long as I'm not. If it's especially because I consider the owner of SOBs a friend of mine. I learned from that friend. You learn from these people. And he considered me a friend. He would say it. He would tell people, And I remember one time, as a friend, he helped me to get one of my first cars back in the day as a friend, and I paid him back his money. As long as I'm credibility, accountability. You still have to, you develop that, as far You know, so I developed that with white, because I work with people at Urban Plaza. I've worked with those white guys at Urban Plaza back in the day, SOBs, even Tramps. We was back in the day working with Steve and all them guys. And those was associate, but me and Larry had more of a closer friendship to that point. I even put him in my book. I mentioned him in my book and have a picture of him and me doing a show at the Roxy. The show.
Can you have friendships with people outside your race, your color, your culture?
You asking me?
Yeah, you know. Go ahead, Fig.
I like the pause. The pause in itself. Yeah.
I only have one white friend.
You know, because you know why? Because I think some people throw the term around loosely.
Friendship, right? Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what level of friendship? Like, it seems like what Simon was talking about was business partner.
Business friendship, right? Business partner, but
there's a difference between a business relationship and a friendship.
Right.
Like, have you ever broke bread with these guys, like maybe at Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever and stuff like that? Like at your home, do they know your family, your wife, your children? Do you know their wife, their children? Like, you know, it goes back to the thing that I said when we was talking about A Time to Kill, when Samuel Jackson said to McConaughey, you know, he said, we not friends. He said, your daughter will never play with my daughter. And my daughter will never play with you. Like you're never gonna bring your daughter to my house to play with my children. So is that considered a friend? So when you say friendship, that's why I had to think about it. What level of friendship are we talking about? Because people, if people won't come to your house or you're not invited to their house, kind of thing, then you if they don't know your family, like this guy was like, you know, are you this or you that? He was like, you don't even know me. He said, listen, what's my wife's name?
Come on now.
You don't know. What's my children's name? You don't know that either. Okay, what's my address? We're not friends. You know what I mean?
So yes or no?
Not that I could think of offhand.
What about you, Sarah? I'm cold. You ready? My answer's cold. I'll give you a what's name, but let's hear Sarah. Sarah, can you be friends outside of your race? Are you in the work world and you don't want to answer that?
Wait a minute. I don't want to say that you can't.
Yeah.
Are you saying can you or do you?
Can you?
I think you can.
Here's my cold, straight up answer. No.
Why?
I cannot be friends with someone when I say outside of my race.
Okay, I'm freezing over here, so I don't know if you hear me or not.
No, I didn't hear you.
You froze like turkey meat.
Okay, I'm gonna come back. Yeah, I keep freezing. I'm gonna go out.
All right, go out.
You can probably see that.
So
because I make
wait a minute. Before you go on,
it just freezes that weird time. But I think you
freeze. We can't hear.
You're going back and forth.
You're going back and forth.
You can have different levels of friendship. So there may be business friendship. There may be your comrades, right? So because of I grew up in Harlem.
Yeah.
It's harder for me because of where I grew up in Harlem. And my joke to my friends would be like, the first time I was introduced to white people was watching Roots. And that wasn't a good story for us.
Come on now. Talk about it.
So I'm learning how to release that.
That's interesting.
But then the question, everyone around me in Harlem was Black or Hispanic. And then we go in the world, and the first thing I see was Roots. And now I'm like, I got to get used to that.
But here's the question. Are they then, how are we defining the word friendship?
No, but we spoke about that earlier. So I agree with what she's saying. She's saying there's different levels. And you said the same thing in your...
No, I don't think there's different level of friendships. I think you have friends. I think you have associates.
Right.
I think you have business partners. Right. I think there are different titles for different relationships. Now you have different relationships, but I don't know if they can be your friends. And me, I want to ask you, why did you say that you don't think that you can have a friendship with somebody of another race?
Because they don't empathize, and this is the word that we used in this conversation today. They will not empathize with my movements in life. They will not understand my movements in life.
Are you talking about racially?
Racially. They will
what
not
about
understand.
Now back in the 60s, there were people who did empathize with us, and they marched, and they put their life on the line, and they got beat. You know what I mean? They got dogs that sit on. Some of them lost their lives. Some of them got locked up. There are some who will empathize with you.
I don't have the time to find the John Browns.
No, I didn't. No, I'm only speaking to the possibility.
You know what that means, Fig?
What?
The possibility, yes. I'm open to the possibility.
I'm open to that. That's all I'm saying is that I'm not going to shut down the possibility of having a friend of another race.
I'll have a level of like you said, friendship, a business friendship, a friendship with a cause. Right. But I don't see me inviting the white man in my house to sit down and chill with me and my family and understand my kids.
What about other comedians?
Hell no. Hell no. Listen, Fig, and I'm so glad we got into this part of the conversation. I seriously don't trust comics as friends. Dang. I build personal friendships with those comics outside of comedy. I consider you more of a friend, and we have comedy together. We have spoken about so many different things. I speak on there's comics. Hey, Shawnee, what's going on? I have Kenny is another good friend. Freddie Ricks is another good friend. Rich Lewis. But you on the whole, on an average, they're not my friends. They're my coworkers. I work with you at the comedy club, and then when we go away, you know what I'm saying? I build friendships, and that's why I call you from time to time, even if it's for nothing. Right. I'm working at muscle of friendship. You know what I'm saying? Right. I call you for your birthday. Hey man, happy birthday to you, guy. You know, boom, boom, boom. I'm working on that friendship. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you know how many comics was at my wedding? One. Kevin Brown.
It wasn't like earthquakes, but
Kevin Brown. And you see what happened with that friendship, right?
Wow, Kevin Brown.
And then you see what happened with that friendship.
But from the Brown brothers?
From the Brown brothers, yes.
Wow. And going back to what Fig said earlier, with the guy at SOB, it was more than business, because I knew his wife, I knew his children, and he knew my family to a certain extent, because again, we always ate dinner or lunch at his place or at SOBs if we had to. But when I needed that elder understanding, especially from a white perspective, I got it from him deeper than most white people that I've worked with because I worked with people. I didn't work for them. I worked with them because I was a promoter, independent promoter. But we got a little more close, especially he was the same sign. I'm Aquarius, he's Aquarius. And I knew his birthday, I know his wife's birthday. His children grew up, in his children grew up in the clubs, and then we used to go out to, different things when he wanted to invite me out to go hang out at Tramps or go out to the Intrepid, different places. So we became that kind of friend. Now we'll call each other or just check on each other, but we're not like we was back in those days, back in the 90s. So levels, like she said, is levels to this friendship. Not that it wasn't that deep, but it was a good enough friendship. I can put him in my book and shout him out and say, you know what, this brother here. I shouted you out, Fig. I shouted JP out. In my book too.
Yeah. I want to keep this at a close to 2 hour mark. Let me get this the last question, and then we're gonna go.
Right.
Do friendships need to be redefined as they change, as they get older, as they throughout time? Do friendships need to be redefined and sort of like revamped?
I think as you grow, as you mature, as you go from different stages of your life, I think your friends that are going to go with you will go organically. I don't think it's something that you have to think about or something that you have to make a conscious decision. Either they're on that level, or they're going with you, or they're not.
What about you, Sarah?
I agree. I agree with Fig. I don't think it has to be organic. And because sometimes you force something that's not, it's just for the season. So sometimes you leave things for the season. You don't have to make them a lifetime friendship. Let it happen organically, and you just appreciate their presence while they were there.
What about you? What about
you? You said that perfectly. My bishop used to say, he said some people in your life for a season, and then some of them are in your life for a lifetime.
Shout out your bishop, man. What's the bishop name? What's the bishop name? Shout him out.
Bishop Jordan, Bishop Prophet Jordan, Bernard Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Big up to Big up to Brother Jordan.
What about you, Simon?
Organically is very important, because the friends that I had back in the day is not the same friends I have now, but I can still reach out to those same friends. So if they're organically growing with me mentally, spiritually, physically, then we stay friends and as deep as it gets. But like everybody's saying, the organic friendship is important, that they come with us.
I believe that the organic, but then I also have to teach my friends the new me sometimes.
Yeah. AI.
Because I changed, and because my mindset changed, my friends may not pick up on it.
That's right. The AI you.
You know, I don't want to go down. I don't feel like doing that right now, fellas. Like I'm not feeling that anymore. That's not me. That's not my area. And it's not that I'm teaching them how to be my friend. I'm teaching them me. So in teaching them me, I'm redefining our friendship. Now, in closing, I don't want to.
Can I say one thing before you close?
Shout out to Steve Brown.
The thing about one of the things I think about friendship and stuff like that, like all of us want to achieve a certain level of success.
Right.
And once you achieve that certain level of success, like I said before, some people haven't paid the price to go with you to the next level. And sometimes you have to make an assessment of the people that are in your circle, because it's said that if 10 of your friends if 9 of your friends are broke, you're going to be number 10. Yeah. So you have to choose who you're going to have, the circles that you're going to be in, according to how you want to grow your life.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
That's nice.
Yes.
That's like TD Jakes said. You need someone to fill your well.
Yes.
Because after a while, you run into. So yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, we had a great conversation today, man. One of the things that I love is I love kicking it with real topics, and just because we're comics, we're not in a race for punchlines, and that was so great tonight, fellas. And Sarah, I'm so sorry. Panel. Let me say panel.
Okay.
I know you're saying that, but you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised who hit the inbox. You had a young lady in there. You didn't mention the young lady.
It's sensitive times we're in now. Sensitive.
So panel.
Okay, I understand.
I love when we have the intellectual throw around, like a table, like a round table. Intellectual.
Big up to Kenny, wherever Kenny went.
Yeah. So this was nice. So in learning today, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this in closing. Listen, friendships are like running water, two-way streets. They're like a muscle that you have to constantly work at. Friendships don't take them for granted. Like they said, they don't just come around. You got to work at your friendships. Work it. If you cherish the person and you empathize with the person and you love the person that you're calling a friend, and that's another thing. Stop throwing that word around so much. And one of the reasons why I don't throw the word around is because I want the ones that I do call friends to feel like my friends. If everybody's my friend, then how does my friends feel like my friends?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why I don't throw it around. But cherish those friendships. I believe that you came in this world not to be by yourself. And sometimes having a friend or two can really knock off a lot of the stress and pressures and help relieve some of that tension in life. So friendships are very important. You're not by yourself. Anybody want to say anything in closing? What you want to say in closing? I got something in closing too. What do you want to say?
I appreciate you guys' long-term friendship.
I'm just going to say from now on, if I haven't defined
JP Justice And to Sarah, you have an amazing energy.
Yes, she does.
You have amazing energy and a spirit, and it's refreshing because you know in today's culture of sisters, there's not too many ladies around, and you come across as the lady. That's really refreshing.
And she's married too, so that's a good thing. So that's
Yes,
that helps balance it out. Balance her out.
And you know that makes you say that she's doing something right.
She's doing something right. Doing something right. That's why I don't consult. When I get married again, I don't consult single people anymore. Only the elders that's been married, I'll talk to them.
Yes, sir.
And he was saying closing assignment before we get up out of here.
Oh man, love yourself, love where you're going, and remember where you're coming from, and don't let nobody hold you back. That's one thing. And please follow me at IG at I am King Simon 111. That's I am King Simon 111. Get all my links. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sarah, come on now. First off, I love the fact that they confirmed to you all the things that I be saying to you. I really think you got it. I really think you got it. I enjoy doing these shows throughout the summer, and I hope we can continue on. I like the new friendship that we're forging out. We're still forging out. You know, we talk. You know the things that we have to work out around us, but I really do feel like you are giving me enough oomph to say yes. I got a teammate. I got one already. I got one. So we can go knock this down. And that's what this is all about. Over 30 years, 34 years, 35 years? Jesus Christ.
34, yeah.
You know her since she was in kindergarten? My man.
Look, I like to say I'm in my 50s. I appreciate my 50s. So I'm in my 50s and it feels good. So
we all in our 50s. We all in our 50s now.
So definitely, I definitely want to confirm that.
Thank you, Tanya.
Close it for me because it's Sarah.
In her 50s. Where them fans at? Where them fans at?
Real quick, in closing for me, I'm gonna let Sarah close us out today. But in closing for me, listen, Connecticut, if you are up at Hartford Funny Bone next week, Sunday, the 31st, you got to come check out your boy JP Justice. It's my first time ever marqueeing myself, putting myself up as in the marquee and selling tickets online, ladies and gentlemen. Your boy JP Justice, thank you. Yes, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to seeing how many people I'm going to be posting all week. Let me say this to you right now. Do not get annoyed with me this week. This week, I will be posting every day, all day, several times a day to get you people to come up to Hartford's Funny Bone up in Connecticut. The 31st is at 7 p.m. Please, link is in the description. Make sure you go and support. Sarah, you know what? This is the first time we've done it. Close us out. What you got to say and close us out?
Hey, I just want to say thank you. I feel all the love and I'm giving love back to you. So I just want you to know I feel it and I'm giving it back. So I appreciate you. Thank you.
Fig, where you appearing at, bro?
Huh?
Where you appearing at next? Where your next show?
Oh man, I don't even know, man. At a theater near you.
You gotta get over COVID thing. You gotta get well first.
Oh yeah, we in Binghamton in September. What is it, the 26th, me?
Yeah.
In Binghamton, New York. We up there.
In Binghamton.
I haven't been to Binghamton. We haven't been to Binghamton for a long time, so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. Hey, Instagram, let me shut y'all down. Thank y'all for tuning in. Please make sure you go over to facebook.com/JP Justice. Thank y'all. Hold on. Y'all don't have to leave yet. Hold on. Y'all don't have to leave yet. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Facebook, YouTube, Facebook,
YouTube,
Twitch. Thank y'all for tuning in. We had record numbers. I've seen it on the side. I don't know if you guys can see the numbers up top, but I've seen the numbers today, and it's already record numbers. I think we beat last week numbers easy this week. The show is growing and getting bigger and bigger. You're going to be seeing a lot more stuff from us. Thank y'all for tuning in. Your boy JP Justice next week, Sunday, 8 p.m. Instigated Talk, baby. Y'all don't have to leave yet. Y'all don't have to.
bye.